Alright, about to do the reaction time test as a VRT, as we all know, is the biggest determiner of who wins a gunfight. Alright, let's see this. Probably gonna get a 50? I don't know, let's see that. Alright, well. Alright, a little better, but hold on, I need to warm up. Alright, I think I'm ready. Just drank a little water, you know what I'm saying? Ooh. Okay, that's more like it. Oh shit, oops, a little twitchy. Ugh. Okay, that wasn't intentional. Listen. Okay? You listening? Drink more water. Ah, yes, supplements. Great way to spend your money. Just buy as many as possible. Some, they don't even have to correlate. Just take as, no, don't do that. That was not advice. But seriously, though, you really gotta get your B vitamins. You know, I'm sure if you're looking at these videos, you're trying to figure out how to improve your reaction time. I'm sure you know that already, but I'm serious. Even if you gotta, you know, get in touch with your inner Minecraft YouTuber and go snatch some bird children out of the tree and, you know, consume them. That's fine. You know, you got to get it somehow. You know, yolk, you know, eggs, got some in them. Or you could just supplement it. That's probably much easier. But, you know, if you want to get that primal lifestyle, you know, power to you, I guess. But yeah, seriously, B vitamins. Big game changer. Probably second to hydration. I highly recommend getting those. I know you've probably heard it before. Also, stimulants like caffeine, yohimbine, and synephrine, in my experience, will improve this acutely. Problem is, you'll be fucking jittery, and that kind of negates the benefits. So, sorry all you crack fiends out there, but it will probably equal out in the end. So keep on cracking. Fish oil, I believe, will improve your reaction time over time if you are deficient in omega-3s, as one of the things that affects reaction time is myelination of nerves, and that's I believe a layer of fat around the nerves that speeds up transmission of electrical signals. So you can look into that yourself. There's a lot of other interesting things that can do that. However, omega-3s, get them. You eat fish, or just take some pills, you know what I'm saying? Take some fish pills, you know what I'm saying? Also, blueberry juice, blueberries, that can probably improve reaction time somewhat. In my experience, I spent some time drinking blueberry juice before games. It seemed to have an effect, however, I don't know. You can look into flavonoids and their effect on reaction time for more on that. Okay, this is completely anecdotal, but one thing that I do believe increases reaction time is weightlifting. Specifically high rep counts, I noticed an increase in my reaction time after starting to do high rep workouts, and I noticed it acutely afterwards too. So definitely look into that, figure it out for yourself. I mean, it's good anyway, but I'd highly recommend adding in some weightlifting if you want to improve your reaction time. It makes sense. It strengthens the nerves and shit, you know? Gotta get those nervous system gains, you know what I'm saying? Gotta get those big nerves, you know what I'm saying? That's what all the ladies want, you know? Anyway, and also cardio. Obviously, that's going to improve your fucking fitness, which will improve your reaction time. Also, certain types of cardio, like doing VR, like Beatsaber, that kind of stuff can improve it too. Anecdotally, I noticed on days where I would do it, my reaction time would be like 5 milliseconds better or so on average. But that's completely anecdotal. Look into it yourself, see what works. That's just, yeah. Hope that's good for you. Not really any jokes this time. Do 5 grams of tren, and your reaction time will be 5 milliseconds. That's actually a fact, I think. Don't do that, though. Alright, aim training. This one's a bit more complicated than the other ones, but I believe there are two main parts to how aim training affects your reaction time. There's the reflex element, and then there's the mouse control element. Reflex is where your brain processes the target and understands what it's supposed to do to kill that target. And mouse control is how well you can actually move the mouse to complete that objective. So basically, reflex is brain find enemy and be like, oh yeah, I need to shoot those guys. That's the objective of the game. And then mouse control is, wait a minute, my hand-eye coordination is kind of like a goldfish, man. They don't even have the hands. What's going on here? You know? And then you got to improve that. Mouse control is primarily improved through like Kovacs, in-game training can help with it, but I would say Kovacs is better for targeting that, and Reflexes is primarily in-game because your brain isn't exactly going to translate everything that you get from shooting dots into the game. It will translate a lot of it, don't get me wrong, but if you never practice in-game, your brain just won't use what you've done, and it's best to do both. You need the deathmatch, you need to shoot real players so that your brain understands that that is the target that you need to hit. There aren't white dots floating around in game, you know? And if there are, I don't, you're either on something or you got a little of that skill, got that gaming chair going, got that gaming chair running. You just had a little extra water that day, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm going to make another video going in depth on aim training because I've done about 1,000 hours in Kovacs, and I don't know how much deathmatching. So yeah. All right, here's a quick summary for people who don't want to sit there and listen to me saying over and over again for 6 minutes or whatever. Then I speak and say random shit for like 10 seconds before I actually give the summary. Get fucked, honestly. Oh, you nerds. Anyway, yeah, stay hydrated. Hydration can heavily affect reaction time. B vitamin deficiencies heavily affect reaction time. Fish oil, blueberries, they can both impact reaction time in other ways, at least in my experience. Weightlifting and cardio will improve your reaction time by strengthening your nerves and by increasing your overall fitness level. Aim training will improve your reaction time by targeting mouse control and reflex. Mouse control is primarily gotten by using aim trainers. Reflex is primarily gotten by using in-game deathmatch. And in-game deathmatch. In-game bot, like aim training, like the bots map on CS, that kind of thing is still mouse control, typically. So there you go. Hope that helps. There's plenty of supplements that I didn't list here that can potentially improve reaction time. I just didn't want to like dump fucking like 15 supplements on you. I just wanted to give the ones that I personally use regularly. Another two that I use on top of this is creatine and beta-alanine. I believe that these have an impact on my gameplay. I play better while I'm loaded on them. But also, obviously, warm-up, big for in-game reflexes. I prefer to just warm up by flicking between like a couple heads. You really don't need to spend that long, like a minute. It varies depending on how much time. If you're under 1,000 hours in your game, warm up for 5-10 minutes. If you're above that, you can probably get away with 1 minute if you've been playing regularly recently. I actually play the best without warm up after I have been on like a 10-day break. It's weird. Your brain's just more focused, I guess. So yeah. There you go. There's also eye training and cognitive training that you can do. I've done some of this, and it may have impacted it. However, you notice this stuff less acutely. It's more over time. You can look into it yourself, but I am not going to put that as a point in this video. Maybe I'll make one on it in the future. What impact this stuff has on your reaction time and your reflexes will heavily depend on how much time you put into it. It takes a lot to improve your reaction time beyond the obvious hydrate and get B vitamin stuff. Weightlifting, cardio, aim training, these stuff can improve it acutely, but
improving it, like the actual core reaction time, takes months, years. It takes a while. I improved my reaction time from about 180 milliseconds to about 120 milliseconds. And before that, I had like a 250, but that's because I was chronically dehydrated, sleep deprived, and although sleep deprivation doesn't seem to have that much of an effect on my aim, that's why I didn't mention get extra sleep, because it doesn't seem to affect me that much. Maybe like 3 milliseconds. But anyway, do a bit of share. I improved my reaction time from 180 milliseconds to 120 milliseconds. We do a bit of through this, and I believe that was my core reaction time improving, not simply a result of hydration and better practices. I also, though, and maybe I'll make a video on this another time, I also spent a long time where I would walk a marathon a day. That probably fundamentally changed a lot of this stuff, and that was when I noticed a big improvement in my reaction time. But I believe everything else had an impact too. Hope this video was helpful. Hope that maybe it was a little funny or something. I don't know, man. Maybe it was a little, you know. But yeah, don't mind my like autistic rambling. That's I feel, you know, I feel like it adds personality to the video. I feel like if I edited that shit out, it would just be, you know, not my video. But might have made it boring. Sorry if you know, you got fucked with that. But honestly, I don't care. I just make videos that I like. Subscribe for more of this shit. I upload clip comps. I've got like fucking 1 million YouTube channels. Sure, there's something for you there. See you next time.
Brought to you by water. Don't drink that hydrogen peroxide shit. You need that good shit. That water shit. Crystal clear. Hydrate your soul.